Maybe I'm too emotional. Maybe you never cared at all. Maybe I'm too emotional. Your apathy is like a wounded soul. Maybe I'm too emotional. Or maybe you never cared at all. You look happy and healthy, not me. If you ever cared to ask, good for you, you're doing great out there without me, baby. Like a damn sociopath, I've lost my mind. I've spent the night crying on the floor of my bathroom. But you're so unaffected, I really don't get it. But I guess good for you. Good for you, I guess you moved on really easily. Breakfast at Tiffany's and bottles of bubbles. Girls with tattoos who like getting in trouble. Lashes and diamonds, ATM machines. Buy myself all of my favorite things. Been through some bad, I should be a savage. Who would've thought it turned me to a savage? Rather be tied up with calls and not strings. Write my own checks like I write what I sing. Yeah. My wrist, stop watching. My neck is flossy. Make big deposits. My gloss is popping. You like my hair? Gee, thanks. Just bought it. I see it. I like it. I want it. I got it. Yeah. I want it. I got it. 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 Yeah. You like my hair? Gee, thanks. Just bought it. I see it. I like it. I want it. I got it. Yeah. Wearing a ring, but ain't gon' be no misses. But matching diamonds for 6 of my. I'd rather spoil all my friends with my riches. Think retail therapy, my new addiction. Whoever said money can solve your problems must not have had enough money to solve them. They say which one, I say nah, I want all them. Happiness is the same price as red bottoms. My smile is beaming, my skin is gleaming. The way it shine, I know you seen it. I bought a crib just for the closet, both his and hers. I want it, I got it. 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 You like my hair? Gee, thanks. Just bought it. I see it, I like it. I want it, I got it. My receipts be looking like phone numbers. If it ain't money, then wrong number. Black card is my business card. The way it be setting the tone for me. I don't be brave, but I be like, put it in the bag. When you see the max, they stack good like my yeah. Go from the south to the coast, pick it up like you want loot. Give me that loot, never mind, I got the juice. Got the window when we shoot. Look at my loot, look at my debt. Ain't got enough money to pay me respect. Ain't no budget when I'm on the set. If I like it, then that's what I get. Yeah. I want it, I got it.
You tell me when we're ready. Another minute?
Just maybe if we can have people fill in.
Okay. We can have some more people come in and fill in the seats. That's okay. There are more seats up here. If anybody wants to sit down. No one? We're all being chivalrous today, or what? Anybody? Free seats.
John, I'm going to sit right behind you.
Yeah.
Is that okay?
You keep an eye on
You
me.
want a chair?
No.
Okay, all
I'm
right.
good. I think we're ready to start. All right, good morning, everyone. I'm Sean Elliott, and the first thing I'm going to do, I'm going to apologize for the weather. You guys all know how I feel about the cold, and unfortunately we got a blustery day, but we're going to get all past it. We have a lot of bodies here, so hopefully that helps keep us warm. Before we get started, I want to direct your attention to the screens for a short video.
For the first time in our history, humankind is in the position to understand our performance in a way we've never been able to before. We are learning more than ever about human factors in a way we could never have imagined. We can explore our own limits and our own human potential for future generations. This is about the evolution of evolution.
We all have something in common, a thread that unites us, the desire to be the best version of ourselves. Maximizing our human potential is a journey. Our journey has connected us with thought leaders from around the world who have inspired us to think about humans within the larger context of our humanity. The Rock at La Cantera is a human performance campus that will bring these leaders together for human factors, research, and development. Through a unique coalition of world-class facilities and cutting-edge research, public and private partners will collaborate across the elements essential to evolving human talent that will drive discovery and innovation. We each have potential, a unique blend of human factors that make us who we are. Together, we will build leaders and legacies to impact others and better the lives of the communities we represent.
When nothing seems to help, I go and look at a stonecutter, hammering away at his rock, perhaps 100 times, without as much as a crack showing in it. Yet at the 101st blow, it will split in two. And I know it was not that blow that did it, but all that had gone before.
That's pretty awesome. There's a lot to be excited about today. Thank you all for joining us for this truly monumental occasion to celebrate and commemorate our official groundbreaking of the Rock at La Cantera. As you can see behind you and at the dog park when you were driving in, phase one is already well underway. And this is exciting to me personally because I want to see what this does, not just for our team, but for the city of San Antonio. Before I introduce our first speaker, I have a few special guests I'd like to introduce. Commissioner Trish DeBerry. Can you please stand? There you are. You're on stage. Thought you were in the audience. NBA legend and Hall of Famer, David Robinson. He's easy to miss. I'd also like to introduce Zach Collins, one of our new San Antonio Spurs. Zach. Welcome to San Antonio, Zach. It is now my great honor to introduce Spurs Sports Entertainment CEO, R.C. Buford. And this project would not have happened without R.C.'s vision, leadership, and commitment to the community. From being part of the initial concept, to challenging us to push the limits of human performance, to making sure this campus would be a special place for the community in more ways than just one. R.C. was there every step of the process. Congratulations, R.C. It's your turn, buddy.
Welcome, everybody. Thank you for coming. Today's a really special day and a really unique opportunity for our community and for our franchise and for the entire region that we live in and that we love. As we were looking at our future, as we build legends and legacies in our communities, as we were looking at what our next generation training environment would look like, I was inspired by a close friend, Andy Walsh, one of the leaders in the world in the exploration and development and optimization of human factors. And Andy shared a vision for a place for thought leaders to come from around the world to gather and discuss and ideate and learn how we can optimize talent across cognitive talent, across organizational and social performance, across creative arts, across the areas that we don't even know that we haven't discovered yet. And it just seemed like a great vision to bring it to San Antonio, to bring it here. We've got so many great resources in our community across academia, across world-class research, across military, across a diversity of elite talent. There are thought leaders here that I know people around the world want to engage with and learn together through. The technology aspects. We were just up yesterday. There was a technology conference on cybersecurity at Cantera, and the people in this room and in this conference are some of the greatest cybersecurity experts and future visionaries, and they're right here in our community. And I know that as we build the Rock at Cantera, this is going to be a place where people gather across so many different factors. We were able to do that as we honor our players, our past, our current, and our future players. Pop and the team have created a legacy for us, and this is going to be a great way to carry that legacy forward. This is going to have global significance, and I think Andy talks about the development of humans, and humanity, and that was the real inspiration for me to dream big, which was, how can we help the individual human, the humans that we gather together, that we love to be a part of as a team, that we belong to, and then humanity. How can we take the learnings that we gather here across scale and to the world? It's been a real honor to be inspired by so many people who have captured the attention of the vision and carried it forward. I'd like to thank a lot of people. First of all, the Holt family and the investor group, both past and current. There's a long legacy of great leadership in our organization throughout the history of our franchise, and thank you all for all the Spurs Sports and Entertainment staff that have been so diligent together in working to make this day happen, especially Phil Cullen and Bobby Pelaez. You guys have carried it. Thank you. Andy Walsh and his liminal collective communities around the world have been inspirational for us all. USA Realco, Len O'Donnell and Bruce Peterson, thank you all. They really helped us problem solve as we laid out this and have been unbelievable partners. Judge Wolff and all of the county commissioners, Tricia Barry, thank you all. And Mayor Ron Nirenberg and the city councilmen, including Manny Pelaez, thank you all so much. Congressman Henry Cuellar, U.S. Bank, thank you all. Lincoln Properties, Weber Bell, Bill Duval, you guys we've been talking about this for 7 years now, so your vision and your support has been unbelievable. Thank you. ZGF, our architects, Kathy Berg and her team, RVK, local architect, Rialto, the Juris Construction, Sabinal Group, the Hospitality Alliance, Legends. There are so many people that have been a part of this vision and will be a part of the future partnerships that we can grow together here. But thank you all for being here today. It's called The Rock because we're going to come here, as Pop has shared with us for so long, to keep pounding the rock, to get better every day, to learn together and grow as a team. The Rock at Cantera will be our home. Thank you all.
Thank you, RC. Now I'd like to introduce Dr. Andy Walsh. RC just talked about him a few minutes ago. He's our human performance specialist, Our human performance journey began with an introduction between RC and Dr. Walsh all the way back in 2013. As a consultant with the Spurs and now a participant in the vision of the Rock at La Cantera, Andy helped us best to understand the human factors that contribute to maximizing human potential. Andy has been instrumental in getting us to where we are today. Dr. Walsh.
It's a little. I obviously don't come from the NBA. Well, thank you, everybody. I got so much I'd love to share about this, so I guess I start at the beginning. RC and I sitting around talking about how the human performance is entering a new era. You heard us say on the video, the sort of evolution of evolution. What that really means is we're at a point in time with human beings as a race and being able to understand what it takes to really optimize and bring the best out of people, given that the technologies in that at our fingertips are giving us insights that we've never had before. So to the point of that conversation, RC said, well, if we could build a facility and bring that sort of thought leadership on human factors, the technology, the people, the community to bear, why don't we do it in San Antonio? And as my mum always says, anyone can have an idea, but it's making an idea a reality that really takes a group like this to see it through. The leadership of RC, Phil, Bobby, the community, the city, the players, to stand here today and see an idea come from a conversation to literally a hole in the ground as a beginning point is really extraordinary. So thanks to everybody involved for making that happen. Just a little bit about why I think this is such an extraordinary and unique opportunity. As I said, we can now understand how people have become extraordinary at what they do at a level we've never had before. So to that end, what does that mean? Well, for the Spurs and the team and the players, the coaches, helping them bring their very best to the table every time they perform. Taking what they've learned over the years, the lessons learned from their community and what they've done as players and making them better every day. That's fantastic. But what I think the real and unique part of this facility and community will be is that when you can actually take those lessons learned, you can look at what they've learned and achieved to get where they are, and you can democratize those learnings and share it with the broader community. That's where the real beauty of this sort of idea rests and lands. So you can imagine in a few years that all those trials and tribulations of these great players and performers, their values, their character, their physical capabilities, shared with every kid and person in the community that could benefit from it. That's where this really starts to come to life. So on behalf of myself and the rest of the team at Liminal, we're humbled, privileged, and really feel extraordinarily happy to see this thing come together, and we're uniquely positioned, I think, as a community to bring it to life in a way that's never been done before. So thanks to everybody here today.
Thank you, Andy. Now I'd like to introduce Judge Nelson Wolff. It goes without saying that the county and Judge Wolff have been strong supporters of Spurs Sports and Entertainment and the Spurs. This is a man I think you all are very familiar with. He's always had big plans for San Antonio. He's had a clear vision, and he continues to move our city forward. Thank you for everything you do, Judge Nelson Wolff.
Thank you, Sean. Thank you. And first of all, let me thank RC Buford for leading this project. You understand we're doing two important things out here. We're bringing health and environment together. That 22-acre park right over there that USAA and Bruce Peterson's out here with us today inspired, built pavilions and other trails there. That leads to the trails that came about through the Howard Peak Trail system. A wonderful environment, ties together very, very good with health, and Bexar County is pleased that that will become a Bexar County park and that will offer that great opportunities to our citizens. Let me tell you, we know what we went through this last year. Mayor and I had over 320 media briefings throughout the pandemic. We're going to lose over 5,000 citizens. We've lost 4,900 and something now. Why did we lose so many? Because of underlying health conditions. It triggered that underlying health conditions. So we need to do more to explain to our citizens, to have the programs, to have the health care system that will help them overcome those underlying disabilities they have with this obesity or whatever else they may have. So this Human Performance Center is going to be great for athletes, going to be great for the guys that are, really powerful and ladies that get out there, but it's going to help the whole community. So I think that's very, very important. I want to thank Peter John Holt for the leadership of the Spurs. He has really inspired a number of good things in our community. And not just basketball, pay attention to Saturday. UTSA is playing for the championship, and then that night, the San Antonio Football Club is playing for their championship. So, a big day for us on Saturday. We need to tune into that. I want to thank Bobby Pettis for the work that he did, and then to my partner, Mayor Ron Nirenberg. I think between the two of us, city and the county, I believe it's about $32 million or so that we're putting into the project. Trish DeBerry, that represents this area in the Commissioner's Court, and Manny Pelaez, that represents this area on the City Council, have been really important in bringing this project forward. It's going to be a big, big turning point for San Antonio. We're glad to play a small part in it, and we, again, thank all the principal players that made this happen. Thank you.
Thank you, Judge Wolff. Now I'd like to introduce somebody who was very instrumental in helping get this done, District 8 Councilman Manny Pelaez. The city of San Antonio is, without a doubt, one of our strongest partners. Day in and day out, they share the mutual vision of a prosperous, diverse, and vibrant community. Thank you, Councilman Pelaez, for everything you've done. Welcome to the stage.
Thank you very much. So yesterday the mayor was complaining to me. He goes, Manny, I can't make it because we have a full city council meeting. Do you mind covering for me? I said, sure, Mayor, no problem. He says, you need to make sure that you say the words, the mayor is so excited. And I was like, I'll say it, Mayor, I'll say it. And he goes, and you need to make sure to let them know that this is the most important project that I think I'll ever be working on as a mayor. And I said, fine, I'll let him know, I'll let him know. And he goes, and you're excited too, right, Manny? I was like, I'm super excited. And I came here pumped up today, and I pulled up, and I sat here, and I heard that you're gonna name it the Rock of La Cantera, and I'm a little bummed, because I don't know if you guys know this, but on all of my campaign materials, that's what I call myself, the Rock of La Cantera, and I'm gonna have to come up with another name. And so since Trish DeBerry is a brilliant marketing and PR person, I'm mulling him from the rim, but I'm not sure if that works. What do you think? Is it okay? Yeah, no. All right, it's a work in progress. Ladies and gentlemen, I always teach my kids that leadership is two things. One is doing the right thing out loud and out front. And two, it's never letting anybody distract you from those two things, from doing that one thing. Can we all agree that that's what the Spurs' DNA is known for? That's what makes them unique, right? Leading out front and leading out loud. I was told by my wife and by my team, make sure to comb your hair, wear the nice blazer, Councilman, because the investors are here, right? That's what they said, Peter. And I was like, yeah, I know, the people of San Antonio are here. We're partners now, aren't we? And you know, I want to talk to you about that investment. Lots and lots and lots of companies come to the city of San Antonio and the county, and they say, we promise we're gonna do these big things, we're gonna hire all these people, trust us. And you have to be somewhat cynical in this, because those deals are very special. We're investing as stewards of the public's money. We're investing the public's money in some of these developments. And we say no more often than we say yes. But this was an easy one to say yes to, because this is not just a facility for elite athletes like Zach, like David, like me. This is a facility, laugh it up at my expense, thanks. This is a facility that is gonna benefit all of San Antonio. I'll tell you who I think is gonna be really loving this, Peter, and RC, is the military. I think the military is gonna be an important component to this. Those guys are strategic and tactical athletes as well. Our police force, our firefighters, they are gonna benefit from the research that you're gonna be doing here and all the work. And so, on behalf of the people of San Antonio, your investors, I thank you very much. Lastly, I wanna let you guys know that the tactical athletes who are going to be coming to work on this first are Gary Joris and his team. Seriously, Gary. And today, I'm hoping that we'll all take a moment to say a prayer for the men and women who are going to build this thing. And building this kind of stuff is hard. And sometimes, sometimes people get hurt, right? And so let's pray for, and I know under Gary's watch, but let's pray for their safety, right? Let's pray that they do everything that needs to be done to make sure that this facility is wonderful. But more importantly, let's thank them in advance for their work. Thank you, Gary. Thanks, folks.
Thank you, Councilman. Next, I'd like to introduce a man I've known since, he was a little guy. And now he's the managing partner for Spurs Sports Entertainment, and that's Peter J. Holt. We could sit here all day and talk about what the Holt family has done for the Spurs and for the city of San Antonio. We might not all be here without their leadership. And I think it goes without saying that the Holt family, when it comes to ownership and their commitment to the community, they are the gold standard. Peter J. Holt, Managing Director. Thank you.
It's always hard following Manny. What a special day. It's very hard to follow the group that just came up. So I'll follow my mom's and wife's advice and be brief. But if you watch that video and you don't get chills or be in the presence of folks like David and RC, and you don't feel a vibrancy of curiosity and higher purpose and selflessness, if you don't feel those things, pinch yourself. I don't know if you're alive, because it's a very special group. And the wonderful thing about it is that we're in a very special and unique place. San Antonio is one of the most unique cities in the world. And the ecosystem and the values that San Antonio is built on of selflessness, heritage, culture, diversity, a welcoming atmosphere, and above all, unity, is very unique and very special. And the Spurs and the whole family have always tried to represent that well and be stewards of that community. And so this is a wonderful physical representation of that foundation that's been here for hundreds of years. And we couldn't be more thrilled and more grateful for the hundreds of stakeholders that have put effort into this. Hundreds of millions of dollars, hundreds of hours, passion, some tears, some sweat is going into this project. And so to now finally be able to put some shovels in the dirt and get going is a really exciting day. And I'll end on this. RC is a selfless man, but this is his vision, and it's exciting to see it actually happen. So thank you all for coming. Gary, don't worry, we're gonna actually do some work today, so we'll get it kicked off. That was a joke. Sorry, SS&E staff. But seriously, thanks for all your support. We quite literally cannot do this alone. So we're grateful for everybody's inputs and hard work, and let's get the rock going. Thank you.
Thank you, Peter. All right, so now the time has come, and we're going to do this a little differently this year. We have a lot of our Spurs family, Spurs employees. You see them with the hard hats on. We're all going to come over here and get this started. Come on, you guys. Everybody's welcome to pick up a shovel. Bobby, get those soft hands out here.
No, I'm good. You know what? Afterwards, do we need to get a mic for interviews? Okay. We'll get one.
Is it in the car?
Yeah, it's in the truck. Hey, take the tripod just in case we need.
Yeah. Well,
I'm sorry.
We made a modification.
Thank God Sean didn't get a shovel. That's right, that's right.
All right, are we ready? At the count of 3, let's get this started. 1, 2, 3. Yeah. Congratulations to all of you. All the work you've done. Thank you to all our sponsors and our partners for being here today. And our Spurs family, you all are free to start digging as well.
Thank y'all so much.
I'll get it. I'll get it. Yeah, you want to do it here, or where do you want to do it? Okay. All right. You want to stick mine?
Yeah, that's fine.
Did you guys have preferences? You need any interviews?
Yeah, I think we were hoping to maybe talk to Mr. Buford, and then I was planning on talking with some of our like potential like Councilman Pelaez and Nelson Wolff. So we're gonna need a few minutes to get grab some mics